Okay, it is June the 8th, and today's the day I'm finally going to take the plants outside and get them started on their hardening process for about a week or so. But of course, what I normally do, I wanted to show you what the plants look like down here, and they are pretty big. Actually, it's like a jungle down here, and I've done a completely different process this time than I have in the past. And what I did was I gave them one dose of fertilizer at the very beginning of the growing season back in February, and I haven't given them any more since then. I've only given them maybe only water. That's really all. Maybe once a week, sometimes once every 10 days. Just water. That's it. And I mean, I haven't been plucking the flowers off. Here's a couple Peruvian arcillo plants already full of peppers. So it's been pretty amazing. Actually, I've got a couple Puriras in the back there, and there's peppers on them as well. So I figured it's not much point in plucking flowers off. The plants are huge, and I'm not too worried about the plants having to get bigger before letting them flower like that. Anyway, I mean, my manzano plants, so nice. And I'm giving away a lot of these plants. At this point, the plants are starting to show signs of distress. I've noticed the leaves are turning yellow. But it's been so cold, especially at night. It's gone down to close to freezing. I was going to bring them out last weekend, but it went down to like +2. There was frost on the grass in the morning, so I just didn't bother. But I'm going to bring them out right now, and I'm going to keep them out. It's looking like it's supposed to start getting nicer. Anyway, that's it. That's really all I wanted to say. I just wanted to show you what the plants have been like. Very little fertilizer, only a little tiny bit. I haven't really paid much attention to them, and I think they've really appreciated being left on their own. There's some things that I learned this year that I'm not going to do again, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Right now, I think it's pretty good, and I will pick up the camcorder next week after I've got them in the ground. Thanks. Well, I wasn't going to actually record any of this process since I did this last year, but I started by putting all the plants back here. I'm moving them up. It's Wednesday now, and it's supposed to be, it was a sunny day today. It's going to be a sunny day again tomorrow. So I figure I really should get them closer to the sun instead of protecting them. And actually they look really nice. So I thought I would just bring the camcorder out and just do a quick little recording of what they look like right up against the screen here. They should be getting quite a bit of sun, especially in the morning. And that'll be good. This process of hardening up, this is really good. And then maybe Friday, probably a couple days like this, and then Friday, maybe I'll move them out onto the other side of the gazebo, just onto the deck there. And that'll give them quite a bit of direct sunlight, which I guess they have to get used to anyway, because on Saturday I'm going to plant them into the garden. Anyway, so this is it. Yeah, they're pretty big. They're nice. Anyway, that's good. Next time that you see them, I guess they'll be planted. Okay, thanks. Okay, so here it is. It's June the 14th, about 6 o'clock in the evening. And it started at 10 o'clock this morning. I took my greenhouse apart. There it is. I have to figure out a place to store it. And of course, I am going to set it up again in the fall, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. But I did have to set things up a little bit in advance this time because I knew what I was going to do. But I have all my plants out. They've been hardened off, and they're all looking very good. So I'll let you know what I have here, but first I'm going to tell you what I don't have because of a stupid mistake I made as I was watering some plants that I have in pots in the back the ones I'm going to be giving to my friends. I knocked over a couple pots, and they were the hot paper lanterns, and broke them both. So I have one hot paper lantern, and one that I broke was the weird shaped one, and it broke terribly. So, I mean, I'm only laughing so I don't cry, but I'm going to try to save it, but I would call that another experiment, but it's too sad to even look at. So that might not be something I do this year. I'll see if I can save it. If I can, then I'll put it out here again, because I do have room if I move things over. But in any case, I don't have that, so that's the end of the story. And I will have it for next year because I still have seeds. Anyway, I'm going to let you know what I've got here. I have, this is a Madame Jeanette, which I grew from seeds that Willem Roos sent me. So thank you for those. I have two Morugas, this one, and two Butch teas, this one and this one. And I separated them out because I had two Morugas in one pot and two Butch teas in the other pot, and there's one large and one small, so I figured I would just do it this way. Anyway, I have four small Nagas. They never did really do much in the pots downstairs, but hopefully they'll do something now. I have Peruviano Arancillo, and you can see that they're already some peppers on it. This is the smaller of my two, and there's lots of flowers, and you can see that more peppers there. So anyway, I have 3 brain strains, and these are 7 pod. I've never tried before, and I grew those from seeds sent to me by Vermiman, and thank you for that. And I can see I also have the beginnings of a pod over here. Most of my plants have flowers, and a lot of them already have little peppers on them. So it has been very good for me from that perspective. So 3 brain strains. I also have 3 7 Pod Jonas, which are right here in front. I actually just finished planting these, and they're just kind of flopping a little bit. Here's an Aji Umba from Willem Roos again. And I have a couple of Bhut Jolokia Carbons, and I have the seeds from that from Vermiman. So those came out very nicely, so thank you very much. And this half here, you'll see some repetition, because I am only going to have the I'm only going to have the greenhouse on this half, because I'm going to make it half as big as it was to give me a chance to keep it warm. Because trying to keep this entire thing warm with one little heater in the middle, the plants in the middle were still alive, but the ones on either side just weren't. So I think I'll have a greater shot at it if I only have the greenhouse half the size. So while I actually had to plan this out so that I would have an assortment of plants that would be staying here for in the greenhouse once that starts. Anyway, so this might be the place here in between these two Bhut Carbons, and so everything here will be in the greenhouse. This is a Douglah, which is quite a beautiful looking plant. These leaves are just gorgeous, really. And Bioshock 722, Seth, thank you for the seeds for the white habanero, also called the bullet. Look at this beautiful plant. I really can't believe it. It looks like more than one plant, but it is really just one plant. I've given it room to grow on either side because it really looks like it's going to continue to take off. Vermiman sent me seeds for the red devil's tongue over here. I have a Purira over here. I already have peppers on it. You can see. Just really coming to life now. A red Scotch Bonnet right here. And I've got my last hot paper lantern, which as you can see is quite a nice looking plant. I have another Naga Morich right here in the middle. This was the largest of the 5 that I had. And then I have a couple Morugas, this one and this one. And I think I already have pepper on it. Yeah, right over here. Never mind. I just pulled it off. But I think there was one somewhere anyway that was looking like a pepper, and a couple Butch teas in front here. Just like that. And one more 7 Pod Jonah, which is right over here. And then I've got another Brainstrain here. Peruviano Arancillo again. And look at all the peppers on this plant. Beautiful. And I said the 7 pods, so the last one is the Manzano, which Jax050679 sent me. And I think that's a beautiful plant as well. Looks like a tree. Looks like a little tiny tree. No flowers on it yet anyway. But I want to give it enough room. I put it on the corner so it would have enough room to grow if it needed to. So, so that's it for my garden. And it's actually quite nice out. It's been sunny and beautiful all day today, so it's really worked. And look at how nice what a nice job I did killing the grass in front of the garden. So my wife, who didn't like it very much, suggested that maybe I put bricks down in front here, a nice stone or something. And maybe I'll do that. That'll look nice. So that's good. And in here, still sitting in here, I have all the plants that I'm giving away. I'll be driving them out tomorrow. So, let's see. Very nice looking plants, I think. Even if I say so myself. And so I guess that's really it. My season's finally beginning, and I probably won't be doing another update until... well, I don't know. I have something in mind, maybe in July, but another real update in August probably, and they'll be much larger and full of peppers ripening. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Very nice. Please leave a comment. I'll always respond to your comments. And if you haven't subscribed to me, I really appreciate it if you do. You know, like, it's a very big compliment that you pay me, and I always like to return a compliment, you know. So, because I do like to interact with my subscribers, and you know, I'm always interested. I don't have a lot of time to watch videos, unfortunately. I'm kind of busy, so I do kind of limit myself to watching videos from my subscribers, just because I just don't have time for anything else, and I want to make sure that I get all that I you know, return every favor I get. So that's it. I'm not going to say any more about that. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. And goodbye for now.